Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I am Zoot. I'm joined by some wonderful guests today. We're doing the DeFRaG World Cup Round 6. I have got my good old buddy Nebula with me as usual. Hi Nebula, how's it going?
Hello, yes, I remembered my push to talk this time, guys. How are you doing?
Sorted. Brilliant. We have also got the illustrious Wesp who is sitting on us, and we even get to see him now, guys, as well. There's a massive bonus there. How's it going, Wesp?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Awesome,
A
awesome.
little bit tired actually, but
Well,
it will be alright.
this will wake you up all these runs. We've also got a voice in the background. It's Kos. Hello, Kos.
Hi.
And if you guys don't know Kos, he's a fantastic movie maker, old school DeFRaG, a CPM player, and he's the guy responsible for those that Feel movie that you might have heard of it before from Wesp, and I believe the one afterwards, which was not as it's kind of difficult to really make anything on par with the Feel movie, I think. So I just forgot the name of that one on purpose. Alright, are you guys ready for some DeFRaG?
Sure.
Let's
Awesome.
go.
I was thinking, alright, I think we were all thinking together, but I'm thinking now that we should do the little map preview, because some people probably know what round 6 map looked like, although there's probably a few people sitting at home who are like, what the hell am I even looking at right now? So I'm actually just going to sit on the map for a couple of seconds, so people can kind of expect, alright, this is the route that's going to happen, or at least the map, because when we actually start looking at the top 10s, all of a sudden, the really long located route that it looked like is going to get a whole lot more complicated. Let me find a way onto there. And also planning this, guys, that we're going to do like a Q&A kind of thing at the end, because we've got some pretty fantastic guests on today. So if you've got some questions, you can ask through the show, but we're going to be far more conscious and looking at everything towards the end. I don't know where to start, guys. Like, you guys talk. I really actually have no idea what to say. There's so many things we can talk about. Anyone's impressions on round 6 so far?
Okay, well, it's a pretty technical map. I mean, it's one of the most technical maps in the World Cup so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to get the top level routes,
Mm-hmm.
and I experienced a bit of lag with it on my computer, so that's kind of my fault that I didn't upgrade, but that's just me. Anyway, you can see Zoot moving around here. This section is a slick section, and you can easily get to the very top teleporter.
I'm going to try and make it look as difficult as possible, though.
Yeah, get the med kit
Yeah.
and the
Got this.
regen, yeah.
Damn it, where the hell am I? Alright. So I did do a run, guys, by the way, which isn't quite like this. I did it in under 3 minutes, I promise. And then, so you can see, that's where he started over there.
Yeah, and you can skip this entire section, fly right to the
Don't
teleporter.
tell him yet! Come on! Hey, look at that, Wesp, you like that? You like that?
I was just talking about the first.
Can you teach me, please?
It's alright, I charge for lessons. Alright, so you can kind of zoom across this, but the one thing, guys, that I should point out is this map has quite a lot to do with the health on the map. So there's a mega that might be. I don't know if anyone pays attention to that, but I was told by Dex, and I think Dex can, I don't know, has some credibility. He said that health was an important factor. Would you agree, Wesp?
Yeah, to some extent. Really depends on the route, though.
Shit, I've got no ammo. Damn it. But yeah.
I think we will kind of see it in especially some of the better CPM and DQ3 demos.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the map myself yesterday for like 3 hours or so, and I tried different routes, and I think there's one route that needs all the help when you pick up one more shot that you can do, but I think otherwise you don't really need it. But who knows?
It's all
I
about.
haven't seen the demos yet, so no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about, do you want to do like a 3 rocket run, or do you want to do a 2 or 4 rocket run? So I guess it kind of weighs up the amount of time you might have to go out your way. But I know, as W mentioned, there's a lot of pretty interesting routes. We're going to see lots of different things. That was the run in a kind of nutshell that I just showed you there. I'm going to show you a really amateur run now as well. So, Wes, you don't have this demo, and on the 2 FPS Skype, maybe you can, be amazed at some of my glorious skills. Go on. Actually, just don't say anything, because I know you're going to be so damn critical. I'm scared that you're just going to scare me off. Look at that. What do you think of that? That's pretty. That's pretty. I
Okay, let's have a look.
I did a jump. I got a little bit of slide there. Come Nebula, back me up here. Back me up.
Oh, you're going to the right side.
He's laughing at me. Why are you laughing? That plasma jump going. Come on.
The friendly laughing, you know.
Nice.
You didn't have to do a section over. You only did it once, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, well, to be honest, I spent actually quite a few hours on this, but I couldn't execute any decent run at all, and also I didn't learn how to plasma ground boost until about 3 hours ago, so that didn't...
Yeah, that map is important.
Yeah, if I knew that, then I might be at least save another 1/10 of a second, but what I think we'll do now is we'll go into a bit of VQ3, and have a look at how people do it now. And VQ3, guys, if you played Quick Live, it's the physics similar to that. And then afterwards, we're going to go over to CPM, which you might compare to Turbo PQL. I know, I don't know if it's getting tiresome for you guys hearing me explain that, but just in case people are new, if you are, welcome. This is DeFRaG. Enjoy the show. Actually, yeah, should we look at the top 10 before we do that quickly? Because we've got some interesting names up there. Nebula, you managed to make top 4 in CPM.
Yeah, let's look at the list of players.
Let's see if I can get that on. Oh, you guys don't have to look at my Twitter or anything. Lith said he's going to be number 1 in VQ3 all these times. Again, another failure.
Oh, of course.
Do you mind me making fun of Lith? I know you're a friend of Lith Wesp. Is it okay if I?
Well, he got noob filtered.
Yeah. He'd be quite disappointing sometimes. I know. Dex, man, Dex been a guest twice on our show, and he made second this time. This guy is quite confident in his ability. Got outed by Yotun, a bit like in the round 1 of the DeFRaG World Cup. Look at that, you guys. There we go. You can see the times now on stream. Look at the times on CPM. I did it in 37 seconds, so you have to scroll down about 6 years to get to where my time would have landed on the board. Baz is almost an entire second up on second place. That's just ridiculous. And I've made sure that I haven't looked at the demo, so I can be as amazed as possible when I see it all actually happening in front of my eyes.
Yeah, same here. I'm really looking forward to see them like.
It's going to be
step
ridiculous.
by step.
I had to look at a couple of VQ3 runs because I was just so desperate to look at something. I was like, right, I'll look at some like number 10 runs, number 9-8, and already they look absolutely crazy. The guys doing it in VQ3, I think we're all doing it faster than I was able to do it in CPM. And given some of the limitations and differences in VQ3 to CPM, that's just really quick, basically. Let's get started though, guys. Let's get started. I presume that you guys know all the players, West, but I know that you haven't actually been active for quite a few years now, but you've been keeping an eye on the scene?
Actually, not at all, but if you look at the top 10, like most of the people are players who already played for quite a while back when I was still active.
Yeah.
So there's not really any new names there, unfortunately.
Oh.
I think in CPM I saw like in the top 20 of the last map, like 3 or 4 people who I didn't know. But the rest were all like kind of known names to me.
Fair enough. Well, we got Kissil here, the number 10 position on VQ3. And you can see him using the slide there, getting up 2 rockets though. I kind of thought that 2 rockets was going to be quite a lot to use, but I haven't gauged at all what VQ3 would look like.
Yeah, and he gets 1 health off of that rocket, which you'll see a lot.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, really critical.
It's a pretty insane run as it is. Gets a rocket jump at the end. He doesn't want to use the bounce pad in order to go over this bit. Wesp, I know that you've dabbled in VQ3 a little bit. What are your thoughts? I know you've been focusing more on CPM, like if you ever do focus on anything in the last couple of weekends that you've been looking at some of the runs, or maybe if you've been talking to some of your old DeFRaG mates, but any thoughts on this run? See if I can slow down any
parts.
Yeah,
play it again a bit. I will have a look.
I kind of want to see the slides. So I haven't looked at any of this. 1500 UPS. You can't really get to the top level on VQ3 straight away, so he's going...
Yeah, that's definitely like a huge time loss there already. Oh, sorry. you actually managed to. Your Skype was like so low FPS.
I know that we got a
Yeah.
couple of demos running at the same time, but I
Yeah,
like
it was. Never mind.
I like the little sort of the geometry of the map where you can kind of just slide across that little slanted box. I think it's a pretty neat little feature of the map.
Yeah, so you want to avoid that jump pad there because it propels you slower than it would if you just jumped right into that section there. So it actually slows you down.
Cos, I for some reason keep calling you KOS because all your names in block capitals, but Cos, you played much with VQ3 or were you a kind of CPM guy?
No, not at all actually. I started with the CPM and played it through like over the years. I haven't played vanilla at all.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Do you still harness some kind of appreciation for it though?
Definitely sure. Like I mean, it's a different thing, but it has other skills that CPM hasn't, and the other way around. So it's cool both ways.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna get on to Sentinel now. Who's got number 9? Is he planning what I think he's planning, or is that just for looks? Oh, that is pretty.
Yep, 2 times rocket. That's pretty fast.
I'm trying to look at West's camera at the same time as Skype to see if there's a little glint or a smile looking at the 2 times rocket, but not phased at the moment. No
But
major
that
impression.
crazy to be honest. Like this double rocket at the beginning.
I
didn't
think
expect that someone would do it.
Honestly, if you're going to get style points, and there are definitely style points that we kind of personally give out that really don't go anywhere near the actual DeFRaG World Cup points, but that would be quite a few style. We have to look at that again because that was just cool.
Yeah, the start was actually really nice.
Yeah.
Let's look at slow down a little bit.
Creativity.
That was pretty cool. And he actually does go straight top. I didn't think we were going to see VQ3 players getting straight to top, and already on the second demo of the show that we're getting straight onto that. He does actually want the mega health, though. He has such a small amount of health, as you pointed out on the first one, Nebula. And I did the plasma wall jump on my demo.
Yeah.
I
Pro level already.
yeah, I know, right? I should be top 10 by that logic. I think that was pretty cool.
Okay, so he lost just a bit of time with the pad there. He could have got 34 maybe if he had went to the side.
Oh wow! So
Maybe 30.
he literally just had to not go on the bounce pad and strafe jump into the whatever you want to call that area, and he would have been better by that much.
Yeah.
I don't think actually 34, but like low 35,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
the jump
yeah.
pick basically sets your speed to like that point,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a reset.
Yeah, low 35 for sure.
But I'm still already massively impressed with Sentinel, the way that he's worked the beginning of that run. What are your thoughts, Nebula, actually on the round 6 map and compared to the other maps? And in terms of enjoyability, in terms of I don't know, the amount of different things you can do on it.
This map is hardcore. That's all I can say. I mean, it's placed in the right place for this competition. You'd expect to see it at the very end, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the other maps, I was more comfortable on the other maps because I didn't lag as much as on this one. But I'm on dual core and GTS 250.
It's a computer from like 1980s or something like that.
1980s. but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it regardless. But yeah, I had some trouble with it.
Fair enough. Wes, KOS, have you any thoughts on this map? Because to me, this map is actually really impressive. The only other map I was so impressed with was the round 4 one that I really adored. Wes, any thoughts?
I think, yeah, actually this map is for me even more interesting. I mean, it kind of looks to be a bit more linear, straightforward. But if you think about it, you have like at the start like pretty much everything already, rockets and plasma gun. And then it's up to you to decide, do I want to use it in the first room, the second room, third room, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of makes it very interesting. So you have to like kind of plan ahead.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Chaos, did you manage to play around on this map at all? I think you
Yeah,
mentioned.
definitely. Yeah. like I really wanted to make a flawless run real bad, but then I gave up because there are so many possibilities in CPM. Like you can
Yeah.
double jump on all kind of shit there, and it's really crazy because I found like 2 double jumps that you really have to time like really directly and flat, and those were like 1 in 100 tries, and I sort of gave up to make a good run. But it's really interesting. This is why I'm really looking forward to CCPM, because I think there should be so many routes.
Yeah, we've got a couple of bonus clips as well that Nebula's provided us. In case we don't see all of the routes in the top 10, then we're going to be able to see some extra ones at the end. Ajax now from Russia in number 8 for the VQ3. Let's check him out a little bit. I think it looks like he's just going for the 2 rockets halfway and at the end.
Okay, so yeah, that's like the second or third fastest way to do the start.
He's kind of hopping along there. I think it's some pretty mad speed. Very late plasma, but it's kind of helping him get to the floor faster so he doesn't have so much airtime. And he's got no rockets left, so it's just going to be strafe to the end. And he's doing, you know, maybe this would be the difference between him and the last run that we saw, and Sentinel's run. Getting that extra, the extra few tenths of a second there that are necessary. Let's have a quick look, because we're doing top 10s today, guys. We get to see the runs maybe a couple of times over. I don't. To me, I felt that this was actually slower than at least Sentinel's run. You know, a couple of strafes there. I think we were seeing it a bit faster in the first room before, and that might have been where he was at his slowest.
I think he won everything at the end because he didn't jump on the jump pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right about that. You definitely want to go to the side.
Strafe's pretty good.
Yeah, this shortcut here is good. And then, yeah, he goes to the right side. And he ends up with almost 1400 UPS.
Yeah, like that's still that little bit at the end is I find really kind of strange. I'm sure you guys probably recognize it from other maps, but to me, it's not a feature that I've ever seen playing DeFRaG.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. I haven't seen it in many maps. I don't know about West because.
Yeah, have you guys seen anything like that before, West?
Sorry, I was looking at the demo again.
It was just,
See
you
what
know,
he lost.
the bit at the end where you're kind of floating between the moving blocks. Is that something that's in many other maps?
Actually, no. That's like the first time I've ever seen it. It was like
Oh, wow.
really like something new.
Very weird, very weird. All right, let's move over to Enter. This is a demo that I saw earlier, and I was really impressed with this. This is one of the 2 or 3 demos out of the entire lot that I saw, and you're going to see some style points in a second, guys. And he's preserving some rockets right there. He's got something he wants to show us at the end.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that demo.
He's building up the tension already for us. I'm just getting a little bit of extra ammo. 3 rockets here. He's picked up a mega, and it's got so much health. But he's still saving it. Still saving it.
Oh, wow.
What?
There you go, guys.
Yeah, that was really.
With 6 health left.
No, I'm just I've got a childish
Okay,
grin
yeah.
on my face.
That was awesome.
Let's
But
look at that
that's
again.
cool that he got in the top 10 with that. I mean, it's super uncasual.
It looks so slow at the beginning. You're like, what are you doing? You're just walking
He lost
around.
so much time in the first and second room, basically,
Yeah.
like compared to the number 1 demo. At the end of the second room, he is almost 5 seconds behind already. But we will get to that later. But he really makes up for all of it in the last room.
So
That's-
much time. I wonder how many takes he actually took to get this absolutely right, because you've got to get grid speed a perfect rocket to match the speed of your double rocket jump.
It's also super annoying because everything depends on the last room, so you have to get there every time.
Yeah.
And then when you fuck it up, then it sucks because you have to start all over again.
That's a good point. So it could actually take hours and hours to sort of get
Yeah.
a perfect run on that. Is this something that you're expecting to see in a few runs? I know, Wesp, I know that you've actually already done some homework on the other demos, but before having looked at that, would you expect to see many double rocket jumps? Given the shape
Not
of the map?
really, to be honest.
No?
I mean,
Okay.
I've already seen the demos, but I didn't expect to see many
Mm-hmm.
double rocket jumps before I watched the demos.
Fair enough, fair enough. Let's go over to Gopa here, another Russian player. He's number 6. Still gonna get a few tasty points for that. Okay, so this is a bit more typical. This is the most common sort of route that we've seen so far.
Yeah. And then the standard route.
Well, that jump he managed to get over, he kind of didn't lose any speed on the double jump. And 1 rocket left, so it's basically when is he going to use it? I would presume he's going to use it to get on the floaty block thing comfortably. Yeah, absolutely. A pretty solid run overall.
And that gets him 1500 UPS instead of 1300, so that helps.
There's still a 2.5 seconds between Gopa in 6th and Jotun, who's got first. And look at the gap there between Jotun and Dex. He's managed to find half a second out of somewhere to beat Dex, which is impressive. It's not every day you can say you beat Dex like that. Wesp, you played versus Dex back in the day?
Yeah, but honestly, he wasn't really playing much online.
Mm-hmm.
He was like mostly playing offline. So it was kind of hard to really compete.
Did you? Was he ever in the same DeFRaG World Cup as you? I'm pretty sure I've seen some movies where you share times.
I think I played in the 2008, I think, and then I stopped playing after the 5th or 6th map.
Oh, fair enough. Dex always wanted to compete very highly, but he's still got a lot of points this World Cup, so he doesn't need to worry yet. There's 2 more rounds left in it, so he can stay chilled.
He's pretty much safe, yeah.
Yeah. Although Jotun, though, he had a few rounds where he did pretty subpar. This is obviously a map that he's just managed to kick ass on. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to keep up in the points, but let's look at Lith, UK representative. Not making it first like he said he would. Check out his route. Again, it's pretty standard on the first section. You can be as critical as you want, by the way, Wesp.
Oh, his second room is actually pretty good.
Yeah, he has 1600 all the time. Pretty much like from the middle on.
Going with a plasma to 3 health left.
Yeah, that's a bit faster too.
I'm going to look at that again, because really this, like Dex told me, because he was playing a lot of VK3, the health is really something you got to be so conscious about, and the runs already that we've been seeing, like 1, 2, 3 health points remaining at the end, is just, it's so tight. Again, this is a great second room here.
This map really allows for your creativity to shine.
It might have to do with the plasma, because in VQ3 the people usually use the plasma for the wall, and in CPM you don't do 7 ground boosts, so you probably save like 20 health.
He was just trying to get enough height so he could make it over there. Cause I think with strafe alone he would have been into the void basically. But
in VQ3 it's pretty much about whether or not you want to pick up the mega health and the 2 little health one after that. Because if you do, you get to use basically the 3rd rocket in the room after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's critical.
Nebula, why are you not in this top 10 on VQ3?
I'll talk about that later.
Oh, is it your 1980s computer playing up on VQ3? Is that?
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with that in the second room trying to.
It's Quake 3, man. What the hell?
I know, it's the cell shading, I think.
I don't know.
I really hate cell shading actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was it was a bit of a beige looking map, but it was kind of, I don't know.
It makes it much harder, in my opinion, to judge the distance between you and like objects on the map.
That's true, actually. I agree on that.
Let's take a look at Jelvan, who's been pretty consistent actually. We see him in the top 10s week in, week out. Oh well, I've got it in there. Yeah, we can actually see him. Real time speed.
Oh, look at his time in the right-hand corner. 271 minutes.
Wow. We've been grinding it a little bit already on this map. He is getting some speed there, almost 1600 up at that point.
Yeah, so he goes for the mega health. So we will probably see like another rocket.
Yeah, he's got that amount of health left, really. Expends 1 or 2 points of health with the plasma, and a pretty decent speed up at the end, just above that 33-second area where he was looking for. Let's go with that again, because everyone in the top 3 is under 34. Let's check out Jalvan again, though. A very familiar route, though, that we're seeing on VQ3. Just not going for the style points, just absolute efficiency, which our 2 German guests will be very excited about. He's kind of hiccuping over a little bit of the speed sometimes, like I see him getting to 1600 UPS and then he drops down to 1400. Is that something that is preventable, or?
I would need to look at that specific part again, to be honest.
I think he was doing that to get the 2 health bubbles, because you have to slow down to get the spacing right sometimes.
I'm gonna see if we can get to that bit again. Because, I mean, he was going really fast. I was just wondering if there's any way he could have prevented some of the...
Oh, okay, I see. So he was having a lot of diagonal speeds, so the side speed basically got nullified by hitting the slope here.
So
So that's why he
1600.
drops. Yeah.
And it's this bit here, so there's nothing he could do about that.
He hits the ramp, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So his straightforward speed was like 1400, basically, and he had like some side speed like, I don't know, like 200, 300 maybe, and that basically dropped down to 0.
Okay. Getting into the realms of technicalities that I won't be understanding so much, but I know Nebula does regularly try to inject me with knowledge on some of the scientific DeFRaG matters, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around around some of it.
On what I know, yeah, and then there's stuff that goes way beyond my understanding.
It's just the complex. It's such a deep topic, really. Let's go have a look. We're in the top 3 now, ladies and gents. Strangeland, who is number 3, just under the 34 mark. I wonder if we're going to see any differences now, or if it is just going to be a kind of tightness of everything. Nothing too different at the moment. Popular jumping spot there. Get an extra bit of ammo. There's 1 rocket left. He's got lots of health. Bit of crater damage, but pretty fine there.
Yeah, it's pretty much the standard route.
Yeah, this
Everybody was using. The only minor difference was in the beginning.
Mhm.
He was, I think, if I saw it correctly, he was rocketing the wall at the ramp.
Yeah,
The very first rocket.
just over here. He goes to the left quite a lot. And he wants to make sure... I mean, I guess is that so that he controls his direction a little better?
Yeah, to gain some side speed and also a bit more speed in general. Because you usually get more speed when the rocket is like fired directly next to you.
I get the feeling watching his run though that he's... At least at the beginning of the second room there, he was spending a lot of time much closer to the ground than some people who were further down in the top 10. So I feel like he's managing to get on the floor quicker and maybe pick up his strafing more effectively.
That's usually what you want to do, is minimize any height that you get in places that you don't want height.
Yeah.
So what he did with the 4th map, what we saw with all those rockets, he tried to stay as low as possible.
I think Talix in chat's making a point. There's 378 minutes on the server in that run.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So quite a lot. We're getting over to
Oh,
Dex now. This is party time. He's got half a second under Strangeland, and there's another half a second we're going to see after that for the number 1 VQ3. But Dex, guys, you would have heard him over the last couple of shows. Let's see what he can do for us over here. Oh, is he really?
100 minutes.
He's going for the style, guys.
Yeah, that was sick, the first room.
That was cool. Dex managing to get top 2 with a double rocket jump at the beginning. I'm a fan. Yotun, you got to get some star points, otherwise I'll unofficially grant Dex number 1. Seemed pretty standard in the second room, in general, and I guess here at the end, basically get as much speed out of these rockets as possible.
Yeah.
Is there any way to make it go slightly faster at the end? We're seeing so many similar runs here in the third room, especially.
Yeah, you will see in the last demo.
Oh, you know? Did you know something we don't? Okay.
Yeah, I've done my homework.
This bit here, though, really set. A little plasma hits the rocket. We saw Sentinel doing the double rocket jump, and he was going just above 1100 UPS. Dex hitting nearly 1300 with his double rocket jump.
Yeah, I'm not sure about VQ3 with the end, but with the end on CPM, if you have enough health, you can do a plasma boost and then do a rocket boost after that, or just a rocket jump.
Yeah. Pretty decent speed at the end. 33.5 seconds there for Dex, putting him number 2. Alright guys, we got Yotun now. Number 1 in VQ3 for 800 points. Let's take a look. Let's get into this. I'm bated breath at the moment. Alright, so no style. Oh, he does get a little plasma jump, but he doesn't do an extra jump on the mid-platform. He just gets straight into it and spends as little time as possible messing around in section 1. 6 health left he had there.
Wow, yeah, it looks pretty fast with the low frame rate here.
Now watch out.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, the end was sick. Okay.
hang on, I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't see that as well.
1600 UPS, and he goes straight on, no messing around there on the little mid platform. I just felt like here the mid part of the second room just felt really quick as well.
That's pretty okay. But actually, the one in Lit's demo was slightly faster in the second
really?
room.
But he managed to get onto that little diagonal slide and not lose any speed, so he kept his 1550 UPS constant. Let's have a look at Yotun's next bit over here. So he's already shining super sharp to the left end.
Oh wow, he rockets off the side of that. Nice.
Yeah, he hits the ledge first to reset his side speed to 0. And then basically uses the rocket to fire himself back into the middle part.
There's just... Oh yeah, I thought...
The nice
opportunistic
shortcut.
play. Would you have thought of that, Wes? Would you any...
Hard to say, because I didn't play the map really in VQ3 at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really say.
You've been playing though. You're giving us signals that you have been playing. But you won't count it as active.
I looked at certain bits in CPM.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It would have been nice in CPM as well, I guess. I don't know if you could have ground boosted there with the rocket on this edge, but either way, I think it would be nice in CPM.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Should we get straight into CPM then? I could ask some questions in the middle, but if you got any questions in chat
Maybe
on
you
the
can play
VQ3 rounds?
Yotun demo one more time.
Do you want to see it again? Let's have a look.
Yeah, sure. Let's look at that.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I can try to explain some things in CPM specifically.
Alright, I'm gonna play it a little bit slowly.
Yeah, slow down maybe already. Because the reason he uses the plasma fob in the beginning is so he lands closer to the ramp. So he hits it at a better angle, which gives him a lot more speed, up speed. So he manages to skip the one platform that everybody else has been using.
Yeah.
The first room. So he has like, I don't know how much it was, like 0.6 or 0.7 seconds off compared to everybody else.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous that he's finding that much speed, to be honest.
The second room wasn't really special at all, I have to say.
No?
But the shortcut in the third room, that was okay again.
Only 174 minutes on this demo. But that could be just one of many other demos that he was playing with. It's very impressive run from Yotun. How about we talk about a little bit about finding these routes and things like that? What's the process actually like going and trying to find the optimum route to take on a run like this? Because it's very different to like a public server kind of ordeal.
It's a tough question actually. It really depends on the map.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a straightforward map, really complex like this, then you have to like try out every possibility. Like take everything you have, like all your weapons, into consideration and plan out exactly where you want to use the weapons, where you might want to use plasma climb and stuff like that.
Do you end up spending more time actually looking for a route than you do trying to execute the route you found?
Depends on the map as well. I mean, I would imagine that in VQ3 on this map, it would probably take longer to actually find the route compared to actually doing it. And for CPM, it's kind of like maybe 50-50 because the CPM demos are like pretty fast, especially all the ground boosts, so they're kind of hard to pull off all in a row, I would say.
Fair.
Yeah, in my experience, I used about 4 or 5 different routes for CPM, so I was constantly experimenting with that, and ended up finding the one that I sent in about 2 days prior. So it took up most of my time there, and I didn't really have that much time for VQ3, and I kind of screwed that up. So oh well, shit happens.
Cos, what about your kind of route finding? How do you find like the whole process of finding a route on a map?
Yeah, to be honest, it was like the main attraction for me in DeFRaG, like finding routes. So I usually like double jump on everything and try to slide around or jump around and whatever. So like I usually hate grinding the way afterwards. Like the route finding thing is the most interesting thing for me.
Yeah, no, I can sympathize a lot. I like being able to experiment with a lot of runs, and it's like once I found a route that at least I'm happy with, because I'm not the type of person who'd actually find the best route. But if I find a route that I think's good or something like that, I kind of like grinding it for a bit, and then it's like, okay, I need to change something up in my route, otherwise the grinding process of trying to perfect it is less interesting than actually finding new and faster shortcuts. Like maybe I can save a single jump there, which could end up being like a few tenths of a second if you get it right. But enough babbling from me. Let's go and have a look at some CPM guys. We're going to look at their top 10. I've only looked at one demo already, and that was Nightmare, who was in number 10 place. And this is 10 seconds faster than the run that I was spending like hours or however long trying to remember how to play. Just prepare your nuts, guys, because this is about to get real. And immediately at the beginning, I'm just like, what?
Okay, yeah. So what he does there is it's a plasma ground boost, but he doesn't jump, so it gives him the speed but not the height.
Whoa, weird.
And
Nice.
I'm just like, what the hell? I've been trying to cut time in that second room for ages, and he's just destroyed it in a couple of jumps. Yeah, ignore the red text. That's just telling him how much worse I am than these players. So.
But this is one of those things I was looking forward to see the CPM demos, because in CPM there are so many ways how you can do this map, and I totally didn't expect someone to go like this with the rockets in the second room.
Yeah?
Absolutely not.
Because Nightmare even takes the time out to get these little 5 health bubbles here on the side.
What you can also see in the second room is that he uses the side of the jump pad, like around right here, so he doesn't drop any speed at all.
Ah, yeah.
Usually he would drop down to like 780 something or so, I don't remember what it was.
He's got 14 health, now 4 health, so if he didn't take those 5 health bubbles at the beginning, then the run's done for. And he just has to strafe directly into this one. Yeah.
Yeah, the checkpoints give 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 health.
Oh, you actually get health from going through the checkpoints?
Yep.
Yes.
I thought you just got a pretty sound, that's all I thought.
And
no, you get 10.
Yeah, if you turn S to ambient off, if you turn it to 0, then you won't hear that.
Well, I don't want to do that. I like the sound. Let's have a look at Santal from Spain here, coming in 9th place, half a second faster than Nightmare. Alright, so already I'm finding out that this is kind of looking like a pretty standard beginning. He gets a lot of speed, not taking the 5 HP bubbles. Alright.
He goes for the right side, which is noticeably slower.
That's some good speed. He skips a huge chunk anyway. A little plasma boost immediately.
Oh, okay. The
Oh.
rockets.
Okay, I wasn't actually expecting that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's interesting. The end as well.
Third room, I don't know, I didn't expect the rocket jumps off. Did he actually rocket jump off the bounce pad itself? Or off the side of it?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Was it?
I think from the jump pad itself.
Okay. So he's not actually going for the mega there, he just gets those 225s.
Yeah,
he's
he
fine.
like kind of slowed down even before it to like walk on it.
But I'm not even sure, like in the last room, is it good to shoot you up with the rocket directly from the first jump pad? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think so.
It's kind of hard to compare with checkpoints because they're so oddly
But-
placed in this map.
Yeah, the checkpoints are actually really shit in the map, I have to say.
Yeah.
Because even the little things, the blue things, whatever they're called, the ones that give you like plus 10 HP, those are all checkpoints. So if you opt to not pick up one of them, then you basically have like entirely different layout of checkpoints. It makes it like really annoying to compare. So the way to do that properly, in my opinion, is to look at the teleporters basically. Because then you know when I take the teleporter, I have finished one room.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, so checkpoints aren't really checkpoints then. They're kind of just markers of some sort.
Yeah, they don't really make much sense.
Yeah. I like the touch anyway, even if it's just kind of novelty, if anything. Wow, the amount, there's 2 frames difference between, is that 2? No, it's just 1 frame difference between Noobzorn and Santal. We're going over to
Oh yeah.
French player now, who's also been in the top 10 quite a few times. And he doesn't want to go down straight away. He's spending very little time on the slippery slide. Little wobble of the mouse. Okay. Creative. I like the way that he did the second room actually. I kind of surprised at that. I think hopefully you guys on TeamSpeak will hear me okay. I'm pretty sure it might be you guys suffering more than the guys at home, so hopefully there's no permanent damage being dealt to my headset, which I know is breaking on me, but do you guys want to take me through this run?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to hear you now because your mic's glitching out, at least
Yeah.
for us. But it seems like that chat is fine.
I sounded a little bit like HAL 9000, like a robot.
Yeah.
Like TeamSpeak not liking me at the moment. But I like the rocket jump at the beginning of this room.
Okay, so he gets really high off of that.
But
Yeah,
so
and
far,
then-
all 3 runs are totally different, like entirely different.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Pretty much every run in the top 10 has some difference.
And that flick he does like in about 1 second. It's like really strange. I don't know why he would do that.
The flick?
At what
Yeah.
time?
Or like 25 seconds or something. I was just
Oh,
looking
okay.
at the Skype. Maybe to like slightly adjust directions.
I'll try and get to it again. So I'm not sure which bit you're talking about at the moment. I think that's a couple of start points for that. Not too many, just a couple.
At like 24.2 seconds.
Okay.
It's kind of funny when you watch it like in normal speed.
So which bit are we looking at here? Because
Like right here.
it's just it looked
Oh,
like a
okay.
adjustment of some sort. Does it do nothing?
In my opinion, not really, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's kind of like a panic hand switch. So
Probably. Maybe he thought he
you-
was gonna hit the pillar or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, that's usually what happens.
I know the only way I do that sometimes is I have absolutely no reason to do it, and I don't know if other players do it for any kind of reason I do, but you kind of just, I don't know, like the strafe is like as an extension of your actual parts of your body, and it just feels like uncomfortable. If you hold that strafe for a little longer without flicking to the other side, it feels awkward, even though the game works better if you don't do it. I don't know. It's just like a weird habit that you feel you have to readjust. At least for me, I know I lose loads of speed, seconds and minutes.
Definitely plays a role, at least for me.
Mhm.
Because like back in the days when everybody was practicing on strafe pads,
Yeah.
I was one of the very few people who did like a right circle jump at the very beginning.
What the
So
hell?
that
You're
everything
you
felt
freak.
kind of natural to me. And when I did like left circle jump, even like 5 or 6 jump further in, still felt like completely awkward. Didn't really feel natural.
So you
'Cause I
did
knew
the other
I
way
kinda knew
round?
that at like 1000 UPS, I was looking to the left side and like stuff like that. And it was like all kind of inverted.
Do you think it's important for players to be able to do circle jumps as well on the left side as they can on the right? Is that important?
Yeah, it can be.
It's
I mean-
helpful. Like some maps are kind of layouted the way so that they're kind of built for left circle jumps,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
some
I
are
think
the
it
other way.
is. Actually, never had this thing like for me, but I was never good at circle jumps, but like left or right is sort of the same, but at least for the circle jumps.
Yeah, so I juggled a bit, or at least I used to juggle quite a lot, and I know that you kind of get more prominent in one hand. You'll start a trick on every hand, and it's a bit like you're starting a circle jump. You kind of realize, oh crap, there's actually half of my game, half of my ability to juggle is being just restricted by not being able to do everything evenly. Is it that much of a restriction, or is it just like a little bit of a sort of, oh, that's if I knew how to do that a bit better, maybe there's just 2% more maps I could do, or is it really something that you would try to suggest to new players to actually learn to do both ways?
I will probably first stick with the one that feels more natural.
Mhm.
Like for me, at first I started with the left side, and then I did the right side. I was like, oh, I have like 20 more UPS. So I just stick with the right side since then.
Okay.
I mean, nowadays I can do like both sides.
But it takes. So do you
But-
think it's good just get good at one of them first and then worry about it later?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I did. At
Yeah.
least.
Okay.
And some maps they force you to do a certain way. So that's usually map makers they'll make like an ambidextrous start, so you can start either way,
Mhm.
and it's usually mirrored on both sides.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes people want to take like the left wall for plasma, and when you want to do the right wall, then it feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really helps for map makers to mirror the map.
I know if I ever have like a DeFRaG run map where I have to circle jump to the right, I just don't play it. Just I can't do this. It's too much for my mind. Let's go into another demo. We're actually only at number, if I can count, 7 now
7.
by Boss, who's 4/10 lower than Noob's on actually. So let's see what he's able to do. All right, so like in 10th and 9th place.
Why did you use a rocket there?
I thought it was a strange position, but he got so much distance from it. There's a lot of speed there towards the end of that second room. I don't know if it's optimized, but avoiding the bounce pad.
Yeah, he gets some decent speed at the end. 1800. That's quite fast.
But Westby were quite confused at this little jump here. Oh god, I
Yeah,
slowed it
didn't
down.
really gain
Okay.
anything. It's like
The
one
last
language.
one was nice.
Look at that, I accidentally messed up on that. But
He's essentially just wasting a rocket because you can
Yeah.
get up there easily.
so he didn't need it at all?
No, it's much
No.
better to come from an angle, so you keep like as much speed as possible. Like 1250 to 1300 are like the common values that you see.
So you think
He
Embiid...
like he went straight onto it and used the rocket to gain speed, so it's like totally wasted.
So he effectively wasted what could have been... I mean, how much... If you got rockets left at the end, how much extra time do you think you're saving? Potentially.
Oh, I would say maybe 500, 600, maybe even more than that.
Well, like 5/6 of a second, you mean?
Depends on what like the routes for the other rooms are.
I mean, look how much health he's got left.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got enough for one more rocket. So
Yeah, that's very weird. So he could actually probably, let's have a look at what position he actually came in. I mean, he could definitely have gone above decks, I think, if he changed that route. It's not really changing it, it's just, you know, not doing what he did at the beginning.
And Dex was complaining about how he hated doing CPM, or he had a hard time with it. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I think he can do a lot better than that. Maybe low 25s or something.
Well, it is going to be Dex next, guys, because he got number 2 in VQ3 and he's number 6 here on CPM. Let's see what he's going to do for us. Again, this seems to be the most familiar of starts that we're getting.
Yeah, it's kind of the common start, even though he does this actually really slow. Almost like half a second slower than what the faster people do.
This is like what Nightmare does, actually. The second room.
Yeah, good second room, and he actually he didn't have enough health to do 2 plasma boosts, so he lost time there.
I like the little pillar clip that he had just at the end by the...
But he had 14. Shouldn't it be enough for one more plasma boost?
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Dex should have used the plasma boost in the beginning of the third room and then used the side of the jump pad. But he didn't. He just like strafed onto the jump pad and like postponed the ground boost basically. He lost like a lot of time there.
Yeah, I guess he was worried about health because sometimes you can kill yourself with 5 health.
Yeah, 9
Well,
HP.
he has like 9 health and he does the plasma boost, so it doesn't really make sense why he would like wait for it.
Yeah, because he has 4 there, so if he used the first one, then he could have killed himself on the second one.
Yeah, and not until
Kinda
that
close.
checkpoint by the bounce pad would he have done another, and I don't know if that might have been pushing it. I'm not sure there. But do you think the beginning where he did a little plasma ground boost at the beginning, he only had like 950 UPS from it? I think all the others, as you were saying, have well over 1,000 with 1,100. And I know that how important the beginning of runs can be. Do you think by then he'd already lost a couple of tenths?
But I think it's also because he left completely left and didn't collect anything on the right, so he even had 1 rocket left.
Well, that's fine, but if you look at the demo again, because he used the jump pad and not the side of it to double jump on it, he got way higher and landed and then lost basically 5 health due to the landing.
Ah, okay. I didn't notice.
So if he had used the ground boost at the beginning of the room and then used the side of the jump pad, then he wouldn't have to worry about health at all.
So you think that he could have avoided using the bounce pad and just jumped on the side?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Like he did at this one, for example.
Yeah, it's kind of risky though. Well, I had
So
trouble
there.
doing it consistently.
He should have plasma boosted right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then use the side of this jump pad here as well.
That surely
Then
would have been a massive increase in
Then he
time.
would have
So decrease even.
already have like 1200 UPS or more, probably.
I don't know if
And
he
come
tried.
at a really flat angle, so he wouldn't lose any health at all there.
Maybe he couldn't make the jump over. I don't know. It seems to be a fair bit of distance between that bounce pad and the next little platform. I'm not sure. Dex?
I don't know.